Welcome back to the David Pakman Show.
Welcome back to the show. You can support this program a number of ways, including by doing any Amazon.com shopping by first going to our website, davidpakman.com, and clicking on the black banner on the right side of the website, which takes you to Amazon. Then just do your shopping, and Amazon will send us 7% of your purchase. Won't cost you anything extra. You can also become a David Pakman Show member, made possible in part by liberalbias.com. Liberalbias.com, Lewis, refuses to have their theories and graphs dictated by fact checkers. And you can also find out how to free yourself from this oppression of liberal facts by visiting liberalbias.com. Today's new member of the day, Lawrence Pimentel. Lawrence is an absolutely great guy. And like every other David Pakman Show member, man, woman, and child, Lewis, a huge support to our growing community and growing program.
How many children are members?
I don't know. There's actually quite a few people who have their parents get them a subscription because they're not old enough to have, like, you know, an Amazon account or credit cards or anything like that. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge stuff. I've got some great clips to play for you guys. Hopefully you'll enjoy these. Keith Ellison, the Democratic congressman from Minnesota, who I interviewed at last year's Netroots Nation, I believe it was, he was on the Sean Hannity show on Fox News, and he exploded, telling Sean Hannity he is the worst excuse for a journalist that he's ever seen. This started, we're going to pick this up after Sean Hannity plays a montage, which basically was clips of President Obama talking about the looming budget sequester. And they had, you know, the apocalyptic music, and it was all basically propaganda. Keith Ellison doesn't like it. This is what happens. This is going viral. I love it.
Keith Ellison of Minnesota. Congressman, welcome back, sir.
You bet.
I guess that's what we could describe as staying on message, something the Democratic Party, I would argue, is very good at. Let me ask you.
You're pretty good at it, too.
Thank you.
Know, quite frankly, you are the worst excuse for a journalist I've ever seen.
I am
absurd.
I can't hear you.
Okay, now right here, I don't believe that Sean Hannity didn't hear the guest. Sean Hannity always hears the guest fine. There's never audio problems. There's no crosstalk going on. I think strategy one for Hannity is, well, hold on a second. Something's building here. I'm just going to pretend I didn't even hear it. That's stage one. I don't think he heard a word. I think he's lying that he didn't hear it.
Could be. There is a weird echo, though.
All right, let's continue.
Heard me.
I didn't know. Say it again. I didn't hear you.
I heard you. I mean, what you just displayed was not journalism. It was yellow journalism. It wasn't anything close to trying to tell the American people what's really going on. And I mean, it's just shocking to
yellow
me
journalism? To play Obama in his own words is yellow journalism?
Well, with the background music and with your lead up before you let the president talk, let me tell you, I was here. Everything the president said is absolutely true. Yeah. And for you to try to make the American people think that it isn't is deceptive on your part. And it's a breach of everything, every journalistic ethic I have ever heard of was just violated by you. And the president was truthful. The president was honest. What the president said was dead on accurate. And for you to say the president is to blame here is ridiculous. I was there August 2011 when the Republicans, your party, which you
All right, so I'm going to skip ahead here. Keith Ellison does quite a number here, basically hitting all points, and then it just gets into like a shouting match back and forth. Hannity clearly did not really know how to handle this. And now, do we agree that this is what Keith Ellison should be doing? I don't really care. He was brought on after this absurdly biased, package of clips that was edited together. Hit piece, essentially. Yeah. And he's saying what he feels. This is closer to the end now.
We ended up with
sequester. Let me ask you a question. I've given you plenty.
You said I could rant, and I am.
I've given you plenty of time to rant, Congressman. We'll let you get a word in. Go ahead. Oh, you're so nice to give me a word on my own program.
Okay, I changed
Let me
my
ask
mind.
you a question.
As a matter of fact,
let me ask you. You said the president was true. Congressman, calm. I will give you your chance. I gave you 3 minutes to rant. Calm down. I gave you 3 minutes. Relax. I've got a question for you.
Okay, so this goes on for a while, and then eventually, now I'm guessing the interview was probably going to end at this point anyway, but Hannity kind of pretends like he's cutting it off, or maybe he did cut it off. I don't know. This is how the whole thing wrapped up. This is pretty funny, too.
It's not his fault that we have $16 trillion in debt? He didn't add $6 trillion. We didn't add $6 trillion to the debt since he's been president?
No.
We did add $6 trillion to debt since he's been president.
What about the other 10?
Right.
Let's talk about the other 10.
Congressman, you are a total waste of time. I'm moving on because our audience deserves better. Thank you.
Right, he's moving on because the audience deserves better. I mean, clearly the segment was over. What do you guys think about this? Is this good? Like, in other words, some people are saying, wow.
It started good.
Keith Ellison was really disrespectful, and he really should have been more respectful. Although maybe Sean Hannity would be more respectful by not putting together edited hit pieces of Barack Obama with apocalyptic music. What do you think?
This is how you fight misinformation, by calling it out, right? I mean, if you don't call out Fox on their BS, how are the viewers ever going to even have the tiniest bit of doubt about the accuracy of that hit piece?
But Natan, will that work, or will Fox viewers just think of Keith Ellison as, oh, look, you look at that, the Muslim congressman is coming on here and attacking our freedom on Fox News?
The Fox viewers will continue to think exactly what they've thought all along, which is that Fox News is a legitimate news organization. But this is about everyone else, and including people who don't really have an opinion or watch Fox at all. Yeah. So for those people, when they see this syndicated, these clips that are played, this indicates that it's very clear to society in general that Fox isn't analogous to CNN, PBS, ABC, NBC, even MSNBC, in the sense that they're not, they have no journalistic integrity. So that is good for getting the message out, like Lewis is saying, about what's really going on there.
Of all the people that I've met in media and politics, Keith Ellison is genuinely a really nice guy. There are a lot of people who are nice and some people who aren't nice when you meet them in person. Before and after the interview I did with him at Netroots Nation in Providence, incredibly nice guy. There is one progressive host who is really not a nice guy. I'm not going to say who it is. I've said it to some people privately. It would surprise you because a lot of people like him on air. He is not a nice guy at all in person. I'm not going to say who it is.